Okay, so many of you out there in my community often ask me during live streams why I play a multiplayer live service game like Grand Theft Auto Online solo. Well, the short answer is simple. As a content creator for Grand Theft Auto Online, it is safer for me to play the game solo than it is to play it with other players. And that brings me to the main topic of today's talking head piece. Apparently, booting is the new form of trolling in Grand Theft Auto Online, where some random jackass with the correct software can not only kick all the players in the session offline, but they can also DDoS those players' networks. And more to the point, with the confirmation that GTA 6 won't be releasing until May of 2026, we're going to be stuck dealing with these ongoing security vulnerabilities in GTA 5 Online for the next year until Rockstar actually manages to do something about them. So what's up, everybody? OddMan105, aka the Odd One here, with a short talking head piece on the state of play that is Grand Theft Auto Online. So let's just get right into this. Now, before we begin, a huge shout out to both Ghilliemaster and Jackknife Finnegan for raising awareness on this issue. So first, we need to understand why these network-based security vulnerabilities are persistent in Grand Theft Auto Online after almost 12 years since its initial release, and that's because of Rockstar Games' insistence on using peer-to-peer networks for matchmaking. Now, a peer-to-peer network is a decentralized network topology where each device or peer on that network serves as both the client and the server, meaning that there's no centralized server for hosting of resources, and that each peer can both directly communicate with and share resources with other connected devices on that network. Just think of any file-sharing software such as BitTorrent or Mozilla, where you're readily sharing files with other members on that network. And it's this direct connection and sharing of resources with other devices that makes peer-to-peer networks inherently less secure than other network topologies, which in the case of video gaming would be something like dedicated game servers. Rockstar's game servers don't host matchmaking, they only facilitate matchmaking, meaning that you have to log in and authenticate via their servers to simply play GTA 5 Online. It's the actual player's device, that is, your PC or your console, that serves as either the host or the client for public sessions or private in-game sessions. Now, specifically in the case of the PC version of Grand Theft Auto Online, if you happen to join a public session where there's some script kiddie running a cheat menu or mod menu on their system, they can gain access to those file locations on your PC. And because the back-end code, that is the netcode for Grand Theft Auto Online, fails to obfuscate sensitive player information such as Rockstar ID, Social Club ID, public IP address, for example, these bad actors can take your information and harass you in any session type. They can kick you from a session. They can remotely crash your game. And in the worst case scenario, they can execute some sort of remote code on your system. Remember back in 2024 when Rockstar Games had to disable the Diamond Casino heist, an entire DLC to address a major security exploit on PC? Well, that exploit was a problem in part due to Rockstar's use of peer-to-peer networks for matchmaking. Now, this brings us back to the subject of booting and how it affects both PC and console players. Now, remember when I mentioned earlier that if you play GTA 5 Online in public sessions, that any random jackass with the correct software can get your public IP address. And booting is the act of someone using a program such as an IP address logger or a cheat menu to disrupt the internet connection of other players, thereby kicking them both out of the game and disrupting their online access. Now, because this malicious act is launched against the player's public IP address, it can effectively disrupt their internet access for long periods of time. Now, you may be wondering how booting can affect you if you play on console. Well, there are applications that work natively in Windows that allow you to stream your game data directly from your console to your PC. And irregardless of whether you're on PlayStation or Xbox, if you join a console-specific party or if you join a public session, as in the case of Grand Theft Auto, and someone in that session is using this sort of software, they can boot you offline and DDoS your network. So you may be wondering how you can protect yourself. Well, if you insist on playing a game like Grand Theft Auto Online with other players or in a public session, a virtual private network or VPN can mitigate the problem of booting to some extent, although it's not a foolproof solution. A VPN will mask your public IP address. That way, if someone launches a DDoS attack against your network, the actual attack will hit the VPN's data centers and not your ISP. That way, you can simply disconnect from your VPN and reconnect with a different IP address and get back online. I think that we are in a sad state of affairs in gaming if we as gamers are required to purchase a VPN to simply play a game like Grand Theft Auto Online safely, because the developers, for whatever reason, refuse to give us dedicated servers that would mitigate the vast majority of these security vulnerabilities. Not all of them, but most of them. So ultimately it comes down to money. Rockstar Games' parent company, Take-Two Interactive, has already suggested that we're not getting dedicated game servers for GTA 6 Online. And that's largely due to the cost of maintaining dedicated game servers. But let's face it, Grand Theft Auto 5 Online is almost 12 years old. And if Rockstar Games can't solve all of the lingering security exploits that exist in a 12-year-old game, there's almost no hope for GTA 6 upon its release. And we're genuinely getting tired of having to experience one brand new security vulnerability every 6 months with this game. So let's hope that Rockstar Games has learned from the mistakes of GTA 5 Online and will be implementing those improvements in the next iteration of this game. And guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. So if you're a GTA 5 Online content creator like me and you play this game in public sessions or with your viewers and subscribers, then just be careful. I know that both Ghilliemaster and Jackknife Finnegan are continuing to experience problems with booters in their gameplay and their live streams, so this may be a problem that we're going to have to live with until Rockstar can extract their craniums from their rectums and do something about it. And with that being said, this video is a wrap. I've been OddMan105, aka The Odd One, and if you guys found this video informative, then you know what to do. Smash that subscriber button, hit that bell icon, leave a few likes while you're here, and hey, don't forget to check me out on Twitter at OddMan105, and I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe, and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke, and take care out there.